Hey guys, Danny with Side Action Apparel. Real quick, I am here at the store with none other than Danny McKinney's.
With 2 Alpha ammunition.
2 Alpha ammunition. Let's go over. Hey guys, Danny with Side Action Apparel. Real quick, want to introduce you to Danny McKinney's. He's from 2 Alpha Ammo. He's in the shop. He's going to tell us about the new upcoming laws that we have coming on here in California. It's going to be a big topic coming up for all you guys that are avid gun shooters like myself. Danny, what can you tell us about the new laws coming up as far as ammo and guns that we should know about?
Absolutely, Danny. First and foremost, thanks for having me here. It's an ever-changing landscape in California as it pertains to gun laws. So it started this January 2017, and I'll kind of go through the timeline of what gun laws have passed and are in action now, and kind of what's coming up for the shooters in California, and what they have to expect and look forward to. So it started January 1st, 2017, and that enacted firearm theft and lost firearms, making it a crime if you falsely reported that. In July 1st of 2017, it was illegal to possess high-capacity magazines, and this is actually a post facto law. That means that even if you owned high-capacity magazines that were what was considered pre-ban in California, they're now illegal. So you either have to turn them in or destroy them.
Okay.
And then theft and loss of firearm must be reported within 5 days to your local law enforcement authority. One of the big ones coming up is this month. It's December 31st, 2017, and that's the deadline to register your assault weapon. So if you haven't complied with the necessary changes that the Cal DOJ has put forth for your assault weapons, you're going to have to register it as an assault weapon come December 31st, 2017.
So when you mean by change, what do you mean by, so if I modified it in a certain way as far as my AR?
Correct. Or if it's from the manufacturer and it has certain features, there's actually a laundry list of features.
Okay.
I have a separate kind of spreadsheet for that we can go over after we talk about the ammunition and upcoming laws.
Cool.
January 1st, 2018. It's going to be a big day in California. That's when ammo purchasers may no longer purchase online. So what we're talking is a face-to-face.
Wait. So you're telling me I go shoot guns, I love ammo, I love all this stuff. I always get it. I always go online and go on the internet and grab my stuff. Sometimes I get it out of state. Sometimes I get it from here in the local area. So I won't be able to do that anymore?
That's correct. Unfortunately, in California, purchasing ammo is going to have to be a face-to-face transaction now.
But that's just it's not for reloads, right? I mean, I can get reloads.
You can get reloads, but it does fall under the ammunition ban.
Oh, man.
So that means that if you're used to buying ammo online from any of the big box dealers, Midway or Cheaper Than Dirt, or some of the remanufactured specialists, such as Bite the Bullet, Nevada Ammunition, or Freedom Munitions, which are all out-of-state vendors, you can no longer have that shipped in to your address in California. Now, if you're a die-hard shooter of those companies, what you're going to have to do is have that ammunition purchased and shipped to an FFL or an ammo dealer like us,
okay.
where we're going to have to charge you a transaction fee for the California Department of Justice, adding on an extra expense to your ammunition.
Oh, man.
So a solution to that would be finding an ammunition vendor or manufacturer such as us that's local and in your local market, somewhere where it's easy to drive to.
Gotcha.
So you see, even the local market is separated now. So a company like LAX in the southwestern basin of Los Angeles now makes its Inland Empire consumers have to drive out there to purchase ammunition because it can no longer be bought online.
Danny, how is 2 Alpha prepared to handle the new changes coming up in January?
Well, let me tell you guys. So first and foremost, we've established ourselves kind of in the central area of the Inland Empire. And so we're in Rancho Cucamonga, right off of Haven and Arrow. So if you're local, we're close to you. It's a 30-minute drive, and you can come and get your ammunition. For people outside of that 30 or 45-minute drive, what we're looking at doing is investing in an opportunity to bring that point of sale to you. So it's more convenient for you, and the point of sale is done face-to-face.
That's great, Danny. So you're going to be able to comply with all the new laws.
Absolutely, and make it as easier for the consumer as possible.
That's awesome, man.
So then coming up, December 31st, 2018, any unmarked firearms, so that is if you bought like a 30-80% lower and you completed it and it's non-serialized, California is requiring that you serialize that and register it with them.
Oh, dang. So, okay, so explain that to me one more time. For all the non-shooters out there who have the AR and have it in pieces and not assembled, Say that it
Correct. So if you've bought firearm pieces or you manufactured, milled them yourselves, or this also applies to 3D printing. So people have been 3D printing firearms. Come December 31st, 2018, you now need to serialize that and register it with the California Department of Justice Bureau of Firearms.
Where do you, for all the people that actually want to do, are going to have to do this, where do they have to go? Where is that located at?
So you're going to find the information on the California Department of Justice's webpage, and you just follow the link to the Bureau of Firearms through that. You'll be able to find all the information you need on registering your firearms and your components.
Cool.
So then the last and biggest piece is July 1st, 2018. You have background checks for ammo required.
Okay. So 2018, July 2018, you need to do background checks for ammo. Is that correct?
Correct. And what that entails, and mind you guys, this is all still being amended.
Okay.
So as the laws are going through and being reviewed, they continue to amend things. So there'll have to be updates. You have to follow on with these regulations. But as it's set right now, July 1st, 2018 is when you'll need an actual card saying that you've done your background check and you're verified and you're able to purchase ammunition.
Okay.
So Danny, I misspoke on the date for the consumer needing an actual permit to buy ammunition. That's going to be July 1st of 2019. That's when that's going to come into play. So you'll have to go through the California Department of Justice, get your background check done. They'll issue out a permit. That'll be $50, and they haven't decided whether it's going to be good for 1 year or 4 years. So it could be any one of those or anything in between. But it's July 1st, 2019 when the consumer will actually need the permit to purchase the ammunition.
So that's something to worry about if we go to the gun shows now?
Correct. So that'll be gun shows 2019, July and after. That's when you'll have to worry about that.
So as of right now, I go to the gun show, we're still good to go.
Correct. Yeah. Come January 1st, 2018, that's this January, you're not going to have to worry about anything. Everything you buy at the gun show as far as ammo will be legal because it'll be that face-to-face transaction. The legality will fall on the vendor and whether they have the correct permitting from the Cal DOJ or not.
So let me ask you this, Danny. This is a big one for everyone out there, especially all my cheap cops out there. Where you at? How does this affect pricing when it comes to ammo now, starting with these new laws?
Well, I can speculate for other companies. As far as ours, I can speak solidly. But as far as pricing is concerned, so far it hasn't affected pricing. Our pricing is going to stay solid, and it's going to stay via cost and demand. That is how much it costs us to produce that.
What about other companies, though?
I could speculate that companies within California will slowly start to raise their prices for ammunition, just seeing as it's going to become more of a commodity than it is just a consumer good.
Gotcha. All right, Danny. So for me, I'm going to be ordering the last ammo here. When's the last time I can purchase ammo online?
So the last time you'll be able to purchase ammo online, it's not a purchase date, it's a delivery date. So it's going to depend on shipping times and rates and how fast they can get that ammo to you. So if you're making a purchase on December 26th, you're probably going to have to do some rush shipping for it not to be considered a criminal act to receive that ammo as a delivery.
Right on, right on. And as far as ammo is concerned, what do you guys specialize in as far as 2 Alpha ammo?
So 2 Alpha ammo took on basically the 2 biggest rounds in the market and really perfected those as remanufactured rounds. That way we bring not only the best round, but at the best price point for our consumer. So what we did was we started with 223 or 5.56 and 9mm, and we really ironed out those rounds and perfected each variable, the projectile, the powder, the casing, and the primer, to give you the best bang for your buck in the market. And currently we're actually working on production lines and perfecting out the 40 Smith & Wesson and 45 caliber ACP. Perfect. So we're hoping beginning time frame of this year, first quarter-ish, we'll have those released.
Let me ask you this. As far as law enforcement is concerned, and I don't know if you brushed up on this, as far as law enforcement is concerned, what do you think as far as us buying ammo now? Is the rules and laws still are the same for law enforcement?
So the only loophole for law enforcement is if you're getting rounds or ammunition from your department, because your department's going to be the one who has to comply with the new laws and regulations if you're getting it from them.
Okay.
So that'll be your per se point of sale. As far as buying it as a consumer, you're going to follow, as law enforcement, all the regular laws that California has now set forward.
Okay.
And then one of the biggest gun changes for law enforcement is now you have to, if you're leaving a firearm unattended in your vehicle, say you're carrying your off duty, you're going to the movie theaters, or you're just grabbing a bite to eat, and you don't want your pistol poking you in the abdomen or in the back, and you leave it in your car, you're going to have to lock it in a case or a lock, or lock it in the trunk. You can't just leave it unattended in your vehicle.
Wow. All right, guys. Remember that. As far as all you guys that are off duty and have your strap on you, either locked up in the trunk or locked up in a case inside the vehicle, so you can't just leave it unattended inside the vehicle anymore. So everyone out there that's watching, if you have any more questions, or if they have any kind of new insight, or they want to ask you certain things about the new laws, how can they get a hold of you? Where do they find you?
Okay, so if you have more questions, you want to find out more about myself or our company, you can first start out at our website, which is www.2alphaammo.com, and that's with the number 2, or on our Facebook or Instagram, 2alphaammo.
Awesome. And yeah, you want to check him out? Go check out his Instagram and his Facebook or his website.
Absolutely. Feel free to PM, email, or give us a phone call.
All right, man. Hey, I use his rounds. Good quality rounds. If you guys want to get some good reloads, some quality reloads, go check out his stuff. I'm getting groupings at 600s with those reloads. So, hey, good job, brother, and keep it up. Love the process, and thanks for coming out.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
All right, guys, thanks again for watching. Really appreciate it. We're trying to get more content, get that value out there for you guys, not only to enjoy, but to leave with something. So thanks for watching. This is our first episode. Hopefully we can continue to do this. Please join our YouTube channel and subscribe below. And thanks again for watching. See you later.